He had nothing else to eat that day. What happened years later will make you believe in goodness again. Stay until the very end, this one hits different. Let me tell you about a little boy named Alex. He was 9 years old, growing up in a small town where everybody knew everybody. His family wasn't rich. Far from it. Dad worked 2 jobs at the gas station, Mom cleaned houses, and some weeks they had to choose between electricity and groceries. Every school day, Alex got one packed lunch. One sandwich, usually just peanut butter, sometimes just bread and ketchup, one bruised apple, a handful of crackers if they were lucky. That was it. That was his meal for the whole day. One cold October afternoon, Alex was sitting alone on the school steps eating his sandwich. Most kids played soccer or tag, but Alex liked the quiet. He was halfway through his peanut butter sandwich when he noticed him. A boy standing by the fence, skinny, dirty clothes 2 sizes too big, shoes with holes, hair messy, eyes huge and hungry. He wasn't a student there. Everyone knew that. He just stood there, staring at the kids eating. Alex looked down at his half sandwich, then back at the boy. His stomach growled, loud. He hadn't eaten breakfast that morning. There was no bread left at home. This sandwich was supposed to carry him until dinner, if there was dinner. But something inside Alex twisted. He stood up, walked over slowly, and held out the other half. "Here," he said quietly. "You look hungry." The homeless boy's eyes went wide. He grabbed it like he was afraid Alex would change his mind, then ran off without a word. Alex watched him disappear around the corner. He sat back down with an empty lunch bag and a growling stomach. He had nothing else to eat that day. That night he came home starving. Mom noticed right away. "Alex, you barely touched your dinner. What's wrong?" He shrugged. "Gave half my sandwich to a kid at school." His mom froze. Tears filled her eyes. She pulled him into a hug so tight he could barely breathe. "You're a good boy," she whispered. "We'll be okay." Alex didn't tell her he was still hungry. He just smiled and went to bed. That wasn't the only time. For the next 3 months, that same homeless boy showed up almost every day. Alex never had extra, but he always shared half. Sometimes the apple, sometimes the crackers. The boy never said thank you, never said anything, just took the food and ran. Then winter came. One day the boy stopped coming. Alex waited. Looked for him every recess. Nothing. He asked around. Some kids said the boy got taken away by social services. Others said his family moved. No one really knew. Alex felt sad, but life went on. Years passed. Alex grew up. He worked hard, got scholarships, went to college, became a teacher at his old elementary school. He never forgot that boy, but the memory faded a little. Fast forward 15 years. It was the first day of school. Alex, now Mr. Rivera, stood in front of his 4th grade class introducing himself. The door opened. A man walked in with a new student. The man looked familiar, but older, clean, dressed nicely. The little boy beside him looked just like the man, bright eyes, big smile. The man looked at Alex and froze. Alex frowned, trying to place him. The man's eyes filled with tears. He walked straight to Alex and hugged him like a brother. "Do you remember me?" he whispered, voice shaking. Alex pulled back. And suddenly it clicked. The fence, the hungry eyes, the half sandwiches. "You," Alex said, stunned. The man nodded, crying openly now. "My name is Jordan. 15 years ago, you fed me when my mom was sick and we lived in a car. You gave me half your lunch every single day for months. Half of almost nothing, but it kept me alive. I never got to say thank you. I never forgot you. Today I brought my son to your class because I wanted him to have the best teacher in the world. The man who taught me that kindness exists. The man who saved my life with peanut butter sandwiches." Alex couldn't speak. Tears rolled down his face in front of 30 shocked 4th graders. Jordan reached into his bag and pulled out a lunchbox. Inside, a perfect peanut butter sandwich, an apple, and a little note. He handed it to Alex. "I made this for you today," he said, smiling through tears. "You never got your half back. Now you do." Every day for the rest of the year, the class started clapping, then cheering. Some kids were crying, even the toughest ones. Alex opened the note. It said, "Thank you for sharing when you had nothing. Because of you, I grew up believing people are good. I got adopted. I went to college. I have a family now. And every day I tell my son, if a little boy can share his only lunch, we can share anything. You are my hero, Mr. Rivera. Love, Jordan." Alex looked out at his class Jordan's son beaming in the front row, and he realized that hungry little boy on the steps? He didn't just share a sandwich, he planted a seed. A seed that grew into a father who teaches his own child kindness. A seed that grew into a man who came back to say thank you. A seed that proved one small act can feed someone for a lifetime. So here's what I want you to remember today. You never know how far your kindness will travel. You never know whose life you're keeping alive with one small yes. Maybe you don't have much. Maybe you're the one feeling hungry inside. Share anyway. Give the half, give the smile, give the last bite, because one day, someone might come back with a full lunchbox and tears in their eyes and say, "You saved me," and on that day you'll know your empty lunch bag was never empty. It was full of miracles waiting to happen. Thank you for listening to this story. If it touched you, share it, and tomorrow, look for someone who looks hungry. Give them your half. You never know, you might just be feeding a future that feeds the world. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.